Yeah, thank you, Vicky. Okie dokie. So my topic is the Meetup app on the Meetup API, and we all signed up for PyLadies using the app. I'm also an organizer, just like Vicky, and I think two PyLadies events ago or so, we talked about the problems we have and the frustration we feel about using the app. And since I have a weekly meetup, I organize, and we have certain needs, and meetup just couldn't help. I was just thinking, okay, what could we actually do to make it a little bit easier and to use the app as I actually thought I could use the app. So talking points will be a little bit my background as an organizer, and then what I see as shortcomings from Meetup, and then what you could do using Python to alleviate the problems, and then also some possibilities for the future. So I played around a little bit, but as you will see, this is not a library or something. It's just figuring out what could work, what cannot work. So the life of a meetup organizer is very luxurious, as you can imagine. The problem is actually you want to build a community. I'm speaking for myself now. You want to use the app to build a community of people, like-minded people that meet up, but also that have maybe a place where they can go, and not only the meetup event. So something something online and not in person. You want certain features to maybe let them feel included. So you could have new people coming to an event first time, and then why not send an automatic message to them? Okay, how was the event for you, and that directly in the app. So that's what I actually had in mind, but that wasn't really the case. So this year, like, bring people together to have fun by telling stories. That is actually what I do. Like, I have a gaming meetup I organize, and my actual goal is not profit. It's just having letting people have fun and be creative together. So what Meetup actually says about itself is Meetup is a platform for finding and building local communities. People use Meetup to meet new people, learn new things, find support, get out of their comfort zone, and pursue their passions together. Sounds great. Sounds really good. That's exactly what I want, right? So Meetup is a platform for finding and building local communities. The first part is, I think, correct. You can definitely do that. It's quite easy. You find lots of communities in your area. Okay, great. But the second part, building local communities, no, really not. So there's just not a lot of functionalities there that you can use for that. And that is, for me, especially the communication part. So people will communicate at a local event, but outside of that, the functionalities of Meetup to communicate, to text, to have like a forum or something, that is just not there. It doesn't exist. And what people use Meetup for, that's all true. I think that's all correct. And my goals here I want the community, the gaming community, to have a creative output. That is in person, of course. That is as players, but also, okay, they can produce stuff. Where would they put that? Not on Meetup, of course. So it's somewhere else. You're already outside of the app because there's no functionality to save save files or share files, work on files or something. It's not possible. Then also the healthiness of the community, the inclusiveness, diversity, and getting people on board to maybe facilitate, or here for PyLadies, it would be to have speakers. How do you get people to facilitate, to participate in the community? You reach out. How could you automate that? You cannot do that with Meetup as it is at the moment. And then also the last part is also a goal, energy creation or energy management. As an organizer, it can be very overwhelming to care about or to take care and manage dozens of people. So my events are currently around 20-25 people. You have lots of questions just 5 minutes before the event. You don't know, okay, I don't have time for that now. That is too short term. What can I do? And there's also no support for this kind of managing of individual requests also from Meetup. So what I actually wanted from Meetup was to have a toolkit to build a community. So or to have functionalities, very modular approach to build a community and to help with that. And what is it? It's actually just a search engine for, not even an engine, but it's just a search for groups in your area. That's it. And then they want money for people who organize the groups. So I am a paid member of Meetup, and I can organize up to 3 groups. And you would expect that I could maybe have access to an API of Meetup to help me with that, but I don't have access. And you can see that. Oh, I will stay here for a while. We can see that on the website. On the website, they actually have a API playground, and you would think, oh, that's great, yeah, okay, they have an API. Oh, I want that, and you have a button at the bottom, and then you can actually create an OAuth client. I did that, as you can see here, put in all the details. It took a while. Had a great explanation. Okay, what do I want to do? Created it, and it got rejected with this email. Thank you, or what was it? Ivan wrote, okay, we received your application, but you have to be a Meetup Pro member. So I'm a paid member. I have a subscription, but I'm not a Pro member. And Pro then comes for over 100 euro or so. So that was not really nice. So no API for me, and that was the problem. Because here's now the app. You know the app, but I will just quickly show you what a problem is. You open the app, it's already slow, and then you go to an event, and it just takes a while. You open the event, and so I want to go to the member section and see who is actually signed up for the event. Maybe message them by hand. Okay, now I could open them one by one, or maybe have an event chat and ask them, but nobody reads the event chat, so usually I go for the direct messages, and then I type something, or I copy the text, and here you can see it here. Just a sec. Here's this the paper plane, and very often, maybe some of you have noticed it, very often it just stays gray, and you cannot actually send the message. So you want to message people and you just can't because the app is not working properly, and it's very frustrating. And the feature I wanted was message people 1 hour before the event, just to remind them, okay, we have an event, because lots of my members are very forgetful and they actually want to come, they just forget it, and then they don't show up. And that's just a little feature I wanted to have. Okay, so what can we actually do about it? Let's go to some code. So we have certain things we can access when we are logged into the website. We have an RSS feed about the events. We have an RSVP feed who signed up. There you also have the IDs of the members. You can have the CSV file of all events, or you can have the CSV file for a specific event that would look then like this. Okay, who signed up? What did they say? Yes, okay, they are on the waiting list. Okay, so now something could happen, like people text me, oh, I won't come. Okay, and for our events, it is maybe set for 20 people, and we usually need 20 people. But 25 people signed up. We have 5 people on the waiting list, and then people just say, "Oh, I won't come. I won't come. I won't come." And the people on the waiting list won't be automatically then signed up for the event. They just stay on the waiting list. That's a very bad design. So my idea was then, okay, I want to, I don't want that. Or what could you actually do? So you have the user ID here, and if you go to the website for an event, oops, you can put people manually on the to go list or going list or not going list. And what actually happens in the background is it's an API call, right? So you have a simple API call in the background, and that would be one functionality of the GraphQL that you could do that to put people on there. And what you then could do with a little bit of Python code is you log in with Selenium. So it would be a browser automation. You log in with Selenium, which is, I think, easy to do. I can also share the code afterwards, but this is, I think, browser automation is not really a big problem for people. And you are in. You would need some of the cookies that are used for the API on the website, for the API call on the website. You get those cookies with your login. For example, it's the Meetup member ID, and then you can already use it. So, for example, here, this is the API that is actually called in the background. That's for attendees, and you can. I chose now one of. I chose a bot account I have on Meetup to demonstrate it. So I say I want to put the bot on the waiting list. The payload, I got all the payloads for the different requests. So add as an event host, or put to not going, put to going, put to waiting list. I just copied it out of the developer tools from Chrome or whatever browser you use. Okay, let's say it is status waitlist. And then you can make, you can use request or something else to actually make the call. Let's see if it works. It does. So we put my my bot on the waiting list. Let's check if it's actually there. For the event. Even the website is very slow. Yeah. And there it is. So, and I can change it again. Let's say it should be going. Oops, sorry. Okay. And it's going again. So this would be one thing I wanted from the app, and you could this would be a possibility to do that. Also messaging. So messaging is something I do a lot via hand, or I did a lot via hand, and that would be something you could do as well. And the way it would work is, where are we? Sending messages. So you have your list of IDs, of member IDs, and the way Meetup works is it has a it has this kind of format that you have conversations. The conversations in themselves have an ID, but it is a unique ID based on whatever algorithm, I don't know. So, and you don't know that one. But what you do know is your member ID. So you want to talk to that member, and you can say it's a new conversation. You go again, it's browser automation. You would go to that one, just type hello or whatever as a new message, and what you get out of it is the actual conversation ID. And based on that, then again, you can just have a request, post request, and then you can actually chat, or you have a get request and you get a JSON back from the whole conversation. And based on that, you could say, okay, based on that, you can basically have a chatbot. So you can have your own chatbot in Meetup, and the chatbot would text the members before an event. Hey, are you actually coming? Reply with a Y or with an N. Accordingly, you can say after an event, let's say 24 hours after the event, send a message. How was the event? Please give us feedback. You could do all kinds of things with this chat, with the chat functionality or chatbot functionality. What else could you do? As I've shown you, there is on the website the playground, which works with your login data. So if you are logged in, you can actually change events. So this is not only for queries, it's also for mutations. You can actually change your events, or even upload images, create events. You can query the local data of location data. So what kind of meetups are in this location or in this area, and you get all that. And just as an idea, you can, of course, you could also have a browser automation and put your queries in here, put your variables in here, and get your data from there. as an idea. So this was this one. Okay. Yeah, this would be one. For example, there's the mutation part, changing the event description would be one possibility. So, okay, I think I am on time. That would be it. But as a quick recall, maybe. So what I expected from Meetup was that I can actually build a community, and that it helps me with building a community by giving me tools to interact with people on an automated basis, or in other ways help me and support me with that, and it does not. So it's only the number one here, and the building part, unfortunately, is not included, even if you pay for it. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Philip.